最近郭先生和燕平的近况，就是律师那边他们知道吗？
那基本上我觉得就看郭美的这个盖文就看出来了他的这个整个状态。对，燕平那边也没有什么特别的这个，因为越是临近了，你看这一批的文件，他们都得一个一个过。尤其是像郭先他的英文还得要弄懂中文，是吧？所以说他们要花很大的时间去看。但是从郭美他们昨天去看了那个郭先就知道，就是过去那个 Mdc 那个 lockdown 已经结束了，他们可以见面了。
哦，可以见面了。
因为之前本来是2周前就应该去见面，
节之前的时候，
但是一直因为 lockdown 的原因，所以没见嘛。
好的。
The CCP has their favored candidate, and then there's basically the Freedom Aligned with America candidate. If the CCP candidate wins, does that stop an invasion from happening imminent, or would there be more likely an invasion if the American aligned candidate wins?
If the pro-American candidate wins, then Taiwan can work with America and work with the rest of the world, the free world, and it can keep the Taiwan Strait safe. But if the pro-CCP candidate wins, then the pro-CCP candidate will use Taiwan to go against America. Then Taiwan will be part of the World War III, and then I'm very sure that the CCP will use Taiwanese people to attack America, and then they will cause a lot of casualties. So for sure, we want the pro-American candidate to win.
China's balloons are back, this time over Taiwan. We first told you that this was going to happen. They said up to 10,000 balloons, thanks to the new federal state of China, the organization trying to take down the CCP that has informants inside the Chinese Communist Party. A day after we tell you about that, not one, but 4. Now we're up to dozens of these balloons. Now we've got a little graph for you of the track of some of these balloons, okay? Take a look at this. They're flying all over the place. Then we get word that China, thanks to whistleblowers inside the CCP, is surrounding Taiwan with its air force and military. There is a graph of that we have also obtained. This is scary stuff. The mainstream media is not talking about it, but thanks to the new federal state of China and the whistleblowers, we're getting very new information. Joining us now from Taiwan, a representative with the new federal state of China, Chris Chen, is with us. Chris, welcome to the program.
Hi, everyone. I'm a Taiwanese patriot and a member of New Federal State of China.
Chris, can you tell us, what are whistleblowers telling you now you're in Taiwan? How imminent of a threat is an attack from China?
Based from New Federal State of China, we know that CCP surely will try to take down Taiwan because Taiwan is at a key point of the first island chain. So they will attack Taiwan and also infiltrate Taiwan. And we can see right now the infiltration in Taiwan is what's happening right now. Especially now we are having the election in 2 days. The disinformation CCP spread in Taiwan and all their strategies, we can see is now doing some damages to Taiwan.
And I think it truly surprised pharma and its partners in social media, in government, in non-governmental organizations. I think they thought that they owned enough of the media that they could sell us any narrative that they wished. And I think, surprising as it is, they didn't really understand that podcasts could possibly be a countervailing force of significance. Right. It's failing to update from the buy ink by the barrel aphorism. So what happened was, it turned out that a number of us were willing to make mistakes and correct them in real time, to talk about this in plain English with the public, to do so. The fact is, people listened because, of course, this was on everybody's mind, and what they were supposed to do to protect, they'd been terrified. What to do to protect your family's health was a question that everybody wanted to know the answer to. So our ability to reach millions of people surprised those who thought they were just going to shove this narrative down our throats. This gets me to the WHO, World Health Organization, and its pandemic preparedness plan modifications. What I believe is going on is the World Health Organization is now revising the structures that allowed the dissidents to upend the narrative, and they are looking for a rematch, I think. What they want are the measures that would have allowed them to silence the podcasters, to mandate various things internationally in a way that would prevent the emergence of a control group that would allow us to see harms clearly. So that's the reason that I think people, as much as they want to move on from thinking about COVID, maybe stop thinking about COVID, but do start thinking about what has taken place with respect to medicine, with respect to public health, with respect to pharma, and ask yourself the question, given what you now know, would you want to relive a pandemic like the COVID pandemic without the tools that allowed you to ultimately, in the end, see clearly that it didn't make sense to take another one of these shots or to have your kids take, right? We want those tools. In fact, we need them. And something is quietly moving just out of sight in order that we will not have access to them the next time we face a serious emergency.
So you're saying that an international health organization could just end the First Amendment in the United States?
Yes, and in fact, as much as this sounds, I know that it sounds preposterous, but the ability to do it is currently under discussion at the international level. It's almost impossible to exaggerate how troubling what is being discussed is. In fact, I think it is fair to say that we are in the middle of a coup, that we are actually facing the elimination of our national and our personal sovereignty. I think many of the notions that we picked up about nations and who our friends are and who our enemies are, they are now more misleading than they are informative. I don't think the U.S. has an enemy called China. I think there are elements within the U.S. that are partnered with elements within the Chinese Communist Party for practical reasons. The notion that these two parties are competing with each other just distracts us from what's actually taking place.
Oh, yeah.